Dress how you want to be addressed. By the end of this video, you're going to see how you need to use context to get whatever it is that you want out of life. You want a bigger house, you want a bigger car. You are going to learn how to be able to do that. If this is your first time coming to the channel, my name is Adrian Wynn. I'm super highly dedicated to help you improve your style, but not only that, make you feel more confident. Go ahead and click subscribe. We growing a community here, and I really want you to gain some value by watching these videos along the way while you follow me on my journey. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me start off by giving you a little backstory, okay? So in some of my videos, you may have heard that I was a tattoo apprentice for a couple of years, which is true story. So during this time, I was maybe like 21. I was, a full-time student at Georgia State University. I was a tattoo apprentice, and I used to work part-time at American Eagle. So those are three different settings that you should dress differently for, okay? I had a presentation for a critique that I had. I used to take art studio classes. I used to do portraits and paintings, and during that time, you have critiques that you have to do in front of the class. It's like a presentation. So for those critiques, what I would do is dress up. It'll be early in the morning, and I'll go ahead and dress up. I'll get suited and booted, wear like, maybe a blazer or a sweater, wear a button down, a tie, maybe some khaki, some chinos or some slacks, and some nice dress shoes. And the goal of that was to be able to give the best presentation for my critique as possible, because I wanted a good grade, so that's what I did. So I went ahead and did that. It was later in the afternoon. I would drive to Georgia State University and go upstairs and set everything up, put my painting up on the wall, so when it came to my time, I would go up there and present. So I did that. I went and presented. I did a great job. People clapped. They gave me my critique, what I could have done better at and what I did good at. By the time school finished, what I would do is I would drive straight to the tattoo shop. But let me give you a little bit more context. I live on the south side of Atlanta. All right, so I don't live directly in Atlanta. It's more so Jonesboro, Riverdale. If you know Waka Flocka, you heard about Riverdale. So there is a tattoo shop. It's kind of in the hood. There's junkies, prostitutes outside, across the street by a motel. It's not the best area. You got folks who kind of rough around the edges and a little more hood, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. And when I would go to the tattoo shop afterwards, I used to get roasted so bad, because I would wear the stuff that I wore for my presentation. Yes, I was a full-time student and I would come from school to the tattoo shop, but I didn't dress appropriately. Now, let me tell you this. Me being an apprentice at a tattoo shop, if let's say I was tattooing at the time and I really wanted clientele, what business do I have wearing a full suit in a tattoo shop saying, yeah, I'm a tattoo artist? It would be different if I was maybe somewhere nicer, maybe in Buckhead, where maybe people wear button downs and dress a little bit more classier and still do tattoos. Maybe that may have been a little different, but I'm in the hood and it's kind of street. So what business do I really have? I have no business wearing that. I'm not dressing appropriately for the context. Had I worn streetwear like the owner of the shop, had I worn streetwear, distressed jeans, some Jordans, Nikes, maybe a hoodie, so Supreme, the hat, the whole nine, and really was clean with it, you know what I'm saying? Then I would have probably had more clientele, or people really drawn to me because I had the presentation. I'm still the same person that still goes to Georgia State, does the critiques and presentations, and still work at American Eagle, but the only thing that's different is my presentation, my appearance. I'm dressing the part for what it is that I want. Whatever it is that you want to be, you need to become that person. Let me give you another example. By January of this year, this is a very true story. My wife and I used to work at the same company, and nobody knew we were married. She was pregnant with our daughter at the time, and I'm the type of person, I don't really like people in my personal business like that at work, because I don't like to mix the two. So I told myself that for me to be able to change the situation, I really need to get a new job. And I didn't know how that was going to work out. I had, a friend, a homeboy that was in tech, and I was asking him questions like, do you think I could be able to get into it? He said he thinks I could, but I just didn't really see a way out. So I went ahead and told myself, I just set the intention, and I said, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get this. I don't know what's going to happen, but what I'm going to do is do everything in my power to set myself up for a new opportunity. I went ahead and dressed up every single day and went into the office. I was on time. I really treated my work with a lot of care. And you know, let me give you a little bit more context. The office that I worked in, nobody really came in. So I'm just dressing up just for people to look at me who came in, like maybe the 2 people that came in. So it was like, you know, at times it kind of felt foolish, but at the same time, it's just like the intention. Let me go ahead and set myself up for success. And like I said, that was in January. And then lo and behold, like a month later, I got a call for an opportunity for an interview, and I went ahead and took it. And the interview was for something that I wanted ever since 2018, a position I wanted since 2018. I said, wow, this is crazy. So I did the interview. Didn't have the experience, didn't have the background or whatever, but I went ahead and did the interview, and I presented myself very well. I was very well mannered. My style was on point. I had on like a sweater, a tie clip, you know, a white button down, a watch. Like I was really like clean, and they even mentioned that after I even got the job, they was like, you came so presentable and presenting yourself very well. Like we just had to give you the spot. And that really warmed my heart, because at the times that I felt like it was foolish, it was really working for a purpose. So I got the job, and not only that, you know, I was able to get a remote job and a significant pay raise, which were things that I really prayed for. So fast forward 10 months later, another situation happens. I get a call from somebody who I had a relationship before, not a romantic one, but like, you know, who I knew before. And she told me that, hey, I got this opportunity. You know, my company, they have a new position that's open, and I think that you would be a great fit. You come to work, you know, you dress very well, you're very presentable. And I said, okay, let's do it. So I do the interview again. Dressed very well, presentable. I had a white button down, and I used everything to my advantage. And then after the interview, I went ahead and got an offer for the job. This job, I swear to you, this is something that I've been praying for as well. My wife and I just had our 4-month-old daughter, and this was just truly a blessing. We were in Florida for a month. We stayed at Airbnb for a month, and I got the call then, and the whole thing happened. So I got the call, interview, offer, all during that time while I was in Florida. But unfortunately, we had to leave early because of Hurricane Ian. You know, it was so cool knowing that I used all of that to my advantage just by me being presentable. See, you don't know, you know, who you're interviewing with. You're always interviewing with somebody, even if it's somebody on the street, you go to the grocery store, how you dress and how people remember you, you're always interviewing. You don't know what's going to happen. So that worked out. I got another significant pay raise. I even got a company vehicle and I work remote. So like, I'm not finna ask why am I getting that, because it really doesn't make sense to me, but I got it. So I'm not finna complain. I say all that to say, it's not anything to like boost me up, but it's really just to convey the message that whatever it is that you want to be, or whatever it is that you want to achieve or have, you need to become that person. See what, you know, that person does. If you want to be, you know, going up the corporate ladder, what does it take? How do they dress? How do they think? How do they act? How do they talk? You know, same thing for if you want to be a tattoo artist. That was something I didn't realize at the time. I took it so to heart, and you know, it really shot my confidence, but it wasn't really me wearing the suits. You know, it was me wearing the suits at that time, at that place, you know, and the frequency didn't match up. Had I worn that suit in a corporate setting, I would have gotten applause. I would have got, like, you know, people like, wow, you dress very nice, you know? So it's just all about context. So use style to your advantage. Be somebody who you always wanted to be, and just dressing the part and looking the part. Whatever it is, whoever it is that you look up to, you know, kind of emulate that person. Not saying copy and paste, but think about what it is that they do. How do they do it? How do they dress? How do they, like, and just be that, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, again, this message and my stories was just really convey the message that whoever it is that you want to be in this world, just dress the part and be the part. If you like anything that I said, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Again, thank you for watching. If you like videos like this, because I really do like self-improvement and, you know, inspirational stuff to tie it in with style, go ahead and leave it in the comments and let me know if you like it. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.